Hello everyone. Good evening. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was still setting up. Once again, TikTok decides to do what TikTok does best: run an update before I go live. I don't know why this TikTok platform does not love me. But anyway, the main platform, YouTube, Kick, Facebook, as well as Twitch is live. It's a Friday. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Happy to be here. Happy to survive the week. It's been a whole week of chaos, and I've missed this segment of UKG. I mean, Chaos Qua Ground is one of the best shows you can watch at UKG, because we get to review everything that has gone on through the entire week. It's been a crazy week for United. A lot of things have happened this week. One could think that all this has happened in a span of a month, or in a span of a year, or 6 months. Because I mean, kicked out of the FA Cup, new interim head coach, although the brief didn't say head coach, managers being linked, and the links being quashed, rumors of United not going big in the transfer window, other rumors coming in that United are going into the transfer window, meeting between club owners. So we are going to go through all that in this show. So as usual, get involved in the chat. Let me know, how was your week? Mine was good. Unfortunately, on Wednesday, I was not feeling quite well. Yesterday I couldn't go live because I was not feeling well. I took a nap. Decided to take a nap before going live, and then I overslept. I wasn't feeling well. I'll be honest, guys, I was not feeling well. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad to be alive. So I'll have a chat with you guys as I'm setting up this TikTok thing, because it's quite disappointing, to be honest. It's quite disappointing, to be honest. But we have a lot to discuss, as I've mentioned. A lot has happened throughout the week, and it's what a time to be a United fan. That's what I could say. What a time to be a United fan. Because it's going crazy. It's chaotic at MUFC. It's very, very chaotic. Things are happening and not happening at the same time. Things are happening and not happening at the same time. We've seen United fans being hopeful of going through the FA Cup, being kicked out. Carrick being appointed. Ole didn't get the job. A lot of Ole fans are disappointed. But what do we expect as United fans? We always expect chaos. We always expect chaos. Any given day, you expect chaos from United. So the question is, are United in crisis? In fact, I want to post that poll on the chat. As I'm going live on TikTok. Are United in crisis? Because what's happening at the club at the moment, it's very chaotic. It seems the club is broke. Seems the owners are fighting. Some players are not happy that Amorim was sacked. Other players are happy. Transfer news is coming up that might happen, might not happen. Talk of loan moves and all that. So it's all chaotic. It's all chaotic. It's very, very chaotic. So just want to set up TikTok, make sure everything is okay. Let me make sure this is set up. So sorry guys, I'm setting up. I know It needs a bit of patience from you, but just bear with me. Just bear with me as I'm sorting this out. Because man, let me tell you, it's becoming a nuisance to stream on TikTok. I might end up just having the phone on this side, and just focus on YouTube. The biggest fan base, the biggest UKG following is on TikTok, and we had a quick live on TikTok the other day, and the channel almost got blocked because I invited a fan in just to have a chat. The fan was a person. Let me not say a fan. A guy came, had given a guy some chance to come. Let's have a chat about United. And then the guy decided to share the Manchester City game on screen. And just like that, I was almost getting blocked. Just like that. So you can imagine the frustration, as well as trying to set this up. Every time you want to set up, I get these issues. So anyway, let me post a poll. Are United in crisis? Let me post this poll on the YouTube chat. English is a bit tricky. So do you say are United in crisis, or do you say is Manchester United in crisis? Because let me just say are. Is looks off. Is looks off. So are Manchester United in crisis? So there is the poll. Let me have you say on the poll. Are Manchester United in crisis? Let me post that. So head over to the YouTube chat. Let me hear what you have to say about it. Let me hear what you say about it. Let's see. So camera, let me show the camera. Let me set this up. Let me set this up because TikTok, man, I don't like. I'm starting to hate this TikTok app. I'll just be going live with the phone, with the phone, and just avoid all these issues with the TikTok app. With the TikTok app, if they are listening to me, they need to allow us to stream through third-party apps, because setting this up separately is just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So, because now when I decide to share the screen, I have to set up another scene for TikTok, and whenever I update, then I have issues. But anyway, it is what it is. The pains of being a content creator. Yeah, I think that's why the big pages, the big channels, just decide to focus on one platform like YouTube and just to do short videos on TikTok. I might end up doing that. Just probably do away with TikTok lives and just concentrate on YouTube lives, because it's a pain. It's a pain. But anyway, we are live on TikTok. We are live now on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, as well as Facebook. But guys watching from other platforms, I've just posted a poll. I've just posted a poll on our YouTube chat. So head over there. Let me have your views about it. So, first topic of the day. Now I have to think about how I'm going to handle this, because now I'm sharing the screen here. Let's see how I can move this over here. Let me just move the things that I need on another screen. Let me just move everything. I'm not sure whether the PC will start lagging, but let me just move everything I need over to the screen. Let me make sure TikTok is okay. Yeah. So, first topic of the day is Carrick as head coach. So, what I found interesting is, yes, we all know that. Sorry, Carrick. I'm having a bit of a cold, so excuse me if my voice is a bit rough. So, back to Carrick. So, what I found interesting is we all know that Carrick is the new Manchester United head coach. So the question is he interim? Is it a short-term contract, or um, is it interim? That's the question that has been there among the guys who actually noticed the briefing. Because we know Manchester United were looking for an interim head coach. It's no longer manager now, it's head coach. The news broke this week that Carrick is the one that was hired by Manchester United to be the head coach. So I'm just trying to look for that briefing on the Manchester United website. See about that Carrick's appointment. I want to go through that media briefing, because I tried to look for the name interim on that briefing. I couldn't see it. But regardless of that, it's a short-term contract. So there were some question marks on Manchester United fans' online accounts. Like, is Carrick an interim? Is Carrick the head coach? Will he be given 6 months and then all of a sudden we are going to see him continuing as the Manchester United manager? Oh, sorry, head coach. We have to get used to saying head coach now. Will he now be a permanent head coach if he performs well? For example, he gets United back to Champions League, or is able to get United to the Champions League. So that's the question that most fans have been having online. It has actually been a debate online. Yeah, there you go. Manchester United appoint. So so let me share this screen. I'm going to share this screen so that we can be able to see what I was saying. Let's see. Add. No. What am I doing? Stop screen share. Share screen. Official statement. There you go. So this is what I found interesting. Let me just maximize this so that we are able to read. So guys on TikTok, now this is what I was saying. You guys need to come over to, let me just put this down here. You need to come over to YouTube so that I don't have these issues of switching over, switching over scenes and all that. So let's look at this briefing. The briefing here states that Manchester United later announced the appointment of Michael Carrick as the men's first team. That's the head coach of the men's first team until the end of 25-26 season. So nowhere, you see, in that first paragraph, it doesn't say interim. He just says as head coach of men's first team until the end of the 2025-26 season. And then it says a history of Carrick. He played for 64 games, blah, 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 blah. He joined the first team coaching staff when he retired in 2018. That's a brief history. You see now it says the quote here, Michael Carrick, head coach. So when you read through this briefing, you can't get at the term interim or temporary or anything that states that, which is a bit odd. To be honest. Unless my eyes are not good enough. But nowhere in this briefing does it say that he is an interim head coach. Basically, the way I understand it is Michael Carrick is the head coach until the end of the 2025-26 season. So that means in the last 2 years, 2 seasons, now Manchester United have had 3 head coaches, 3 managers. That is Eric Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim, and now Michael Carrick. So some of the things that came up online with the fans and all that, and it actually piqued my interest is what if Carrick, those are the questions now that piqued my interest. What if Carrick performs well, gets United back to UCL? Probably the footballing gods wrote the script. We have a similar case to Ole Gunnar. That now Michael Carrick, after a good performance with United, is now given a longer contract, a permanent contract, let's say a 2-3 year contract. So it's worrying, honestly. That's why I said, as a United fan, the consistent thing. Okay. Let me see this. He joined the first team coaching staff when he retired in 2018 and served under Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar. Following Solskjaer's departure, Carrick led the club with distinction during his caretaker manager role. Yeah. SPO is saying, Fabrizio Romano, Guehi to Man City. Here we go. Deal almost complete. Now Manchester City will mock Premier League again. Kusanov and Guehi. Well, it's good at least we have a City fan on here commenting. The question is, are you guys going to catch up to Arsenal? Because Man City are dropping points. They're dropping points. So as much as they have Guehi, then they need to catch up to Arsenal. Yeah, so back to Carrick's appointment. This entire briefing, I didn't see anything to do with interim or anything like that. It's the first paragraph is the one that actually says as head coach. As head coach. And it justifies the worry. It justifies the worry that Carrick might be given the permanent head coach role. Honestly. It justifies that worry. So it's worrying. It's worrying. Let me know what you think. Do you think Carrick will be given the permanent role after this? Although he, based on the media briefing, he did say that he doesn't want it. He'll just be here for 6 months and move on. But if he performs well, let's say he gets into top 5, gets UCL football, will he refuse if he's given a lucrative deal and he's told, now we are going to sign players? Will the players push for him to come on? So at the end of the day, it's a question mark on INEOS. We currently don't trust INEOS at all. INEOS at all. Man City will not drop points in this situation. Anyway, so that was my worry when it came to Carrick and his appointment. I'm going to record the preview of the derby, Manchester United versus City, which will be played tomorrow, and it's baptism by fire for Michael Carrick, because he's had a few days to prepare the team. There's a lot of disorganization within the team. At least United have some key players back, like Bruno is back, Maguire is back, Ahmad, Mbumo, they are back. Mazraoui will still continue to AFCON because now he'll be playing in the final. A bit disappointing to see Nigeria lose that fixture. But Mazraoui isn't back until after Sunday, after the AFCON final. So it will be baptism for fire for Michael Carrick, because it's a really, really tough fixture. Of course, he's played for United 4 years. He understands the fixture. He knows how that fixture is important for Manchester United, for players, for the fans, for himself as the head coach. And it's baptism by fire. Because City, as I've mentioned, they are chasing down Arsenal. Arsenal have a 6-point gap, 6-point lead. Is it 6 or 7? So City need to close down. So City will fight hard to win that game. At the same time, United need points. So it's a really, really, really tough fixture for Carrick. And I hope he does well. Honestly, I hope he does well. I'm not happy with guys online stating that they want to see Carrick fail because probably they loved Amorim more, or they were not happy because Amorim was sacked. As long as you support Manchester United, it doesn't matter who's in the dugout. We need to give them support. We need to give them support. So, yeah, Carrick, question is he an interim? Or is he a temporary head coach, or is he a permanent head coach for the next 4 months? Because now I think January is gone. Yeah. So what I also found interesting is there was a meeting between the Glazers and INEOS. There was a meeting that was held recently. The Glazers and INEOS met. Let me just get the actual. Let me get the actual media briefing. Let me remove this and add another one. Where is it? So, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazer family, flying to UK for Manchester United Leadership Summit. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe flew to Manchester to meet with Joel and Avram Glazer. We know that they are the ones who are representing the Glazer family at Manchester United. Actually, it's a big family. Those two are not the only members of the Glazer family. They also have a sister. As part of the family, we know that Glazer himself, their dad, is the one that bought the club. So they met and they had face-to-face talks at Carrington. So it's the first time the Glazers have actually been at Carrington for a while. They've not visited the place. Even after the renovation was done, the construction was done, they didn't go for the opening. They didn't go to see it. So they actually decided, let's meet at Carrington. Traditionally or normally, Jim Radcliffe would have gone to Monaco. They would have met in Monaco. But this time, the Glazers said, we are coming to Carrington. We are going to have face-to-face talks. And then also they wanted to meet Michael Carrick, and they wanted to meet some other officials at the club. So that meeting had a lot of speculation, like, is there a breakdown in relationship between the two groups, INEOS and the Glazers, or Radcliffe and the Glazers? So the co-owners had face-to-face talks at Carrington. So the location of the summit was moved to Manchester to avoid upheaval for United's football leadership, as the team is in turbulent time. So they usually meet in Monaco. And of course, Radcliffe and the Glazers wanted to have a chance to speak to Carrick. So it will be the first time Joel and Avram Glazer have visited the new main building at United's training ground, which was built at a cost of 50 million pounds, funded by the Ratcliffe's investment. The Glazers have not put any penny of their own money into renovating the club's infrastructure since completing their leverage buyout in 2005. So that can actually show you that the Glazers are not really interested in Manchester United. They are not interested at all. They just want money. So there is widespread agitation and concern among the fan base, with the 1958 group calling for protests, a protest march at Old Trafford ahead of the visit by Fulham on Feb 1st. So we know that there is a huge protest that's being organized by the 1958 group, and it is aiming scrutiny on the Glazer Radcliffe ownership, CEO Omar Berada, and Director of Football Jason Wilcox. So the supporters are pleased to see the return of Carrick, who won 12 major honors as a player. So there is crisis. One thing we can all agree on is there is crisis at the club. There is crisis at the club. Number one, the fans are not happy because of the performance, because of how the club is being run. The club is under debt. The Glazers handed over footballing operations to INEOS. INEOS have done worse than the Glazers. The INEOS group has seen United's worst league finish, 15th. The INEOS group has seen poor transfer policy, shipping out players, a lot of players, and only buying 4. So the Glazers are worried, and my thinking is they're not really worried about performance on the pitch. They're worried about loss of revenue, because United losing out on Champions League means that United are losing out on money. Champions League money, European money, even if it is Europa, it's good money. So now, to me, them meeting is not actually to do with footballing reasons. It's to do with you guys, we are losing money. So the United Fund Group 1958 is organizing protests to protest against the 4 groups and individuals. That is the Glazers, INEOS, the CEO, and Wilcox. So as much as, yes, those groups met, we need to have an outcome. We need to actually see changes. When INEOS took over, Jim Radcliffe took a leave from City and other clubs. And Manchester United have been playing catch-up. Instead of being ahead of the curve, they've been playing catch-up. While other clubs started investing in data departments, started investing in sporting structures like director of football's recruitment experts, data analysts, that is. United was still using the old way. Look for an exciting player that will sell shirts, that is a big name, marketing endorsements, but they were not really focused on actually winning PL titles, FA Cups, Carabao Cups, Champions Leagues. They were not. Now, when Jim Radcliffe came to the club, he wanted to follow what actually clubs like City, clubs like Arsenal, clubs like PSG are doing. Having an actual football division, sporting division running football at the club. So that means they sign players for the club and not for the head coach. They sign players for the future and not for the now. That's why they went for players like Dogu, players like Sheshko, players like Lamans. And then, of course, go for PL proven players for the short-term fix, the likes of Cunha and Mumo. So it has not worked so far. They've made major mistakes. They went to Newcastle, twisted Newcastle's arm to get Ashworth. 5 months later, after paying for Ashworth to come to United, they sack him after 5 months. Then they pay him off. They decided to keep Ten Hag on after the FA Cup win. And clearly everyone saw that Eric Ten Hag was unable to continue with the team. The performances were not good enough. So what did he decide to do? Sack him. They kept him. After a few months, sacked him. Went to Sporting. Arm twisted Sporting, arm twisted Amorim to joining mid-season. Then, after that, 14 months later, they sack him. They did not sack him for finishing 15th. They did not sack him for being defeated by Tottenham, losing out on the Europa League final to Tottenham. So, at the end of the day, INEOS have made a lot of mistakes. And now the Glazers coming to step in. Yes, there are briefings that they are worried about the direction of the club. They are worried about the results. But to me, They are not really interested in whether United win trophies. They are interested in United being in competitions like Champions League for more revenue. Right now, the club is 1 billion in debt. United are broke. We can say United are broke because right now they are dependent on loans, revolving credit facilities to be able to fund transfers, to fund footballing operations. United have been losing out on money for matches. On average, United get round about 5 to 5.8 million pounds whenever there is a home game being played at Old Trafford. They are losing out on that because right now United are only in one competition, that's the Premier League. Kicked out of the Carabao Cup, that's lost revenue in ticket sales, merchandise sales, and all that. Kicked out of the FA Cup, that's another loss on revenue. Not in European competition, that's revenue that was lost start of the season. And that's why we've seen United trying to organize friendlies with Saudi clubs, with Qatari clubs, so that they can see whether they can get 10 million. So United are struggling financially. So when we see this briefing and these briefings, and we're going to discuss about transfers in a bit, United don't have money to go and spend on players like 100 million, 50 million even. So United are broken. United are in crisis. And that's a fact. That is an absolute fact. So INEOS and Glazers, they met. We don't really know what they discussed about. Probably let me read through the article and see whether there was an agenda. The subject of United's commercial situation is also due to be discussed with the club yet to agree a training ground kit partner, potentially worth 20 million per year, and yet not yet close to sorting a replacement for shirt sleeve sponsor, their DXC agreement ending this summer. So you see, it's all about commercials. It's all about commercials. It's not really about footballing reasons. So these guys are not actually Glazers, the majority owners are not interested whatsoever to do with footballing results. Footballing results. So that is the case. That is the case. We don't have money. don't no, let me not say we, because I'm just a fan. I don't run the club. Let me just say United don't have money. So when the Glazers and INEOS met, I really want to know what the agenda was. I hope we get some leaks much later regarding this meeting. So before we head over to the next section of Chaos Squad Ground, it's been chaotic for United. Let me read some comments. Eddie is saying, nimeona post yako ya Semenyo, yani unasema we don't sign good players because of academy players. When did I say that? Eddie. Basically, Eddie is saying, just to translate, he's seen my post on Semenyo. I don't want to sign good players because of academy players. When actually did I say that? When? Did I say I don't want United to sign Semenyo, or did I ask you guys to make sense? Because United fans, I'll repeat what I said in that video because I know which TikTok video you are referring to. And it's good to comprehend and understand the context of a video. I asked, United fans wanted United to sign Semenyo. The same United fans want academy players to play. So if United signs Semenyo, if United fans want both, make it make sense. Currently, United fans are complaining players like Shea Lacy is not getting game time. Then you go out and sign Semenyo. So when you sign Semenyo, will they still continue complaining about Shea Lacy? So it's also good to understand what's being said and the context of that video. I was just asking, make it make sense. There is nowhere in that video I actually said, I don't want United to sign Semenyo. What signing players has never stopped academy players from coming through? You are the same fans, Eddie, who are complaining about academy players not getting game time. United right now are playing one game a week. One game a week. So, assuming you sign Semenyo, now Ahmad is back, Mbumo is back. Shialesi drops further down the list. So when you say they are coming through and we're only playing once a week, at what point do you now starting saying, okay? That's why I asked, make it make sense. I'm basically saying what United fans say. What Manchester United fans say. They are complaining that an academy player is not getting game time. When you sign a winger, what happens to the academy player? Will the new signing go below the pecking order, or will the academy player be forced to go lower in that pecking order? So you have to choose one. You have to choose one. It can't be just about the heat of the moment. It can't just be about the heat of the moment. A good example will be, right now everyone wants Kobe Mainu to play. At the same time, we say we need midfielders. So if Manchester United decide to sign 2 midfielders, and for some reason Bruno stays, Ugarte stays, so basically we are replacing Casemiro, and we will have 2 good midfielders. Let's say we sign Baleba and Elliot Anderson, just for the sake of the discussion. We sign Baleba, we sign Elliot Anderson. At the same time, the formation has changed. So what happens to Kobe Mainu? Will he still be above the pecking order? Will go below? It's basically, I'm challenging both. I'm challenging both points of view. So if United don't make it to Europe next season, we are back to the same situation we are in. So the only way you can bring up academy players is not by complaining that they're not getting game time. It's by actually giving them game time in cup competitions. You look at other managers, Pep, Klopp, Arteta, Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger. They used to use cup games, cup competitions to bring up academy players. That's what they used to do. Right now, United are only playing in the Premier League. We are not even sure that United will make to Champions League, Europa League, or even Conference League. Yes, we need a squad. Logically, when you go out and buy good players, the academy players fall down the pecking order. You can't go sign Semenyo, play him, and then at the same time complain Shialesi is not playing. You play your best players. When you get a result, it's now when you start playing those players. And right now we are in the age where young players are not patient. They don't want to keep working hard until they are given a chance. And we've seen when they are given a chance, how they behave. So it's a catch-22. That's why I say make it make sense. Make it make sense. We want United to sign players. We say quote unquote squad options. But you also want academy players to be given more game time. So what do you do? So assume United have signed Semenyo. Just assume United signed Semenyo. So United are trailing 1-0. Would you, as a head coach, substitute Semenyo for Shialesi? It's just a question I'm asking. I'm just challenging you guys' logic or your logic. If Fergie didn't sign Ronaldo for midfield because he had Giggs and Scholes, we couldn't have seen that. Again, skewed facts. Giggs, Scholes didn't play the same position. Ronaldo barely played in his first season at United. Barely played. Check the facts, Eddie. Check how many appearances Ronaldo had in his first season. Just check. Check how many appearances Rooney had in his first season at United. So you want to take Shialesi from the academy and bring him straight to the first team. And I think you are referring to now the likes of Rashford. That was just 1 in 1,000 or in 1,000,000 kind of situations. You can't just pick an academy player and then straight away ask him to play. No, they have to be patient. Unless now they become players like Pogba, who decided, no, I won't be patient. I'll just move to Juventus. There are very few players you can name that actually came to the first team and kicked it off. So we can't use one situation for all. The likes of Rashford, Greenwood, those are 1 in a million or 1 in 1,000. United have over 100 academy players. Over 100. How many come through? You're complaining about 1 or 2. 1 or 2. How many are in the academy? Eddie, how many are in the academy? McTominay didn't. McTominay, in his first season, check how many appearances. We like referring to the end product, Eddie. We like referring to the end product. Check how many appearances. Yes, I know, Eddie, you're not player FC, but my question is, as much as we are pushing for players like Semenyo, we have to have a compromise. Like if you sign Semenyo, you have to accept a player like Shialesi will have to buy this time, probably go out on loan and come back. That's it. That's it. We can't have both. It's difficult to have both. There are some players a head coach looks at and says, as much as I want to bring up the youth, this player needs to play. This player needs to play. Because I bought him a lot of money and I need to actually secure a win. If United were in a situation where we had Semenyo, Cunha, Mbumo, let's say Sheshko, Bruno, all those players, and the game is like 3-0, 4-0 ahead, it's quite easy for the manager to say, okay, Shialesi, Mantato, come on, play. Or there is an FA Cup, let's say we are playing against Cambridge United. He can easily say, okay, Shialesi, Mantato, Chidobi, Kone, you come on, play. But we are not in that situation. Right now, United is desperate for results. And when you're desperate for results, you go for your best players. Even if when you sign best players, the academy is like the third option. Because right now, you look at it, the formation has changed. The formation has changed. So it means now Ahmad is down the pecking order when it comes to getting game time. Because he can't play right back. So it's a choice between him and Mbumo. Now, sign Semenyo. Now it will be a choice between Cunha and Semenyo. If you decide to play Cunha, Semenyo, Mbumo, then it means you have to decide between Bruno, Ugarte, Kobe, who starts. And remember, United in a situation where they need to get points. They need to get points, climb higher up the table. So right now, in fact, I keep saying, I've said this online, I've told this to my friends who we chat one-on-one. Right now, this is not the best time to talk about academy players. It's not. Don't listen to those ex-players. We are going to talk about them in a while. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to any of those Twitter tacticals that follow the academy that bring on Shialesi is among the best. No, this is not the right time to bring academy players into this team. This team is not stable. This team is not stable like Arsenal. Arsenal brought on a 15-year-old and he was able to perform like that because there was no pressure on him. There were very minimal expectations on him. It's very different. You can't even draw examples with Barcelona because Barcelona, despite their financial woes, it's still a very stable team. United right now is a chaotic team. It's a toxic environment. So it's very, very tricky to bring on academy players. Right now, it's not the right time to start saying we bring in academy kids to this team. Honestly, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. So Eddie, again, I did not say we sign Semenyo. I was just challenging that mentality. Like, you want academy players to play at the same time you want to sign Semenyo. So if you sign Semenyo, how will the academy kids get game time? And then if you don't sign Semenyo, how are you going to compete for Champions League? Because as I've said, some of the things that actually fans don't think about is when you sign someone, someone has to be sacrificed. Someone has to drop down the pecking order. Similar to how we signed Lamens, Bayandia has dropped down. We haven't seen Alte Bayandia play another game. So when United signed two midfielders, the two midfielders we say we want, what do you think will happen to Kobbie Mainoo? He will still be on the bench. If he doesn't step up, he will still be on the bench. He will still be below the pecking order. Look at the defense right now. If De Ligt comes in, if Maguire comes in, what do you think will happen to Aiden Heaven? He will drop down the pecking order. He will drop down. Unless he performs better than De Ligt and Maguire, he will drop down the pecking order. Martinez is now back. When Mazraoui comes back, either Dogu or Dalot will have to step down. Will have to go below the pecking order. It's logic. It's logic. So when you sign Semenyo, the academy kids, you want them to play. Right now, they're not getting game time. So what happens to them? They'll drop down the pecking order. Because now, remember, Shialesi is a right winger. We'll have to compete now with Mbumo, Ahmad. Those two. Now, on the left, it's Cunha, it's Mount. Then you sign Semenyo. So it means Mount will go down the pecking order. Probably Cunha will be second, Semenyo first. Now, if you decide to play Cunha as a 10, so it means Bruno has to step back into a midfield role. Now, when Bruno steps to a midfield role, it means that now you have to start the same question. Do we play Bruno Kobbie? Do we play Bruno Casemiro? So it seems now it's back to the same discussions fans were arguing about between Bruno and Kobbie, who plays. That's why I asked that question. Because you can't have both. You can't have both, Eddie. Kobbie should be on the bench unless he impresses at training. But the fans are still complaining about him. The fans are still complaining about him. Oh, Casey Reacts has gifted us mad on TikTok. Thanks a lot, Casey. Thanks a lot, Casey, for the gifts. Kevo Vince, hello. I'm doing well. Hello to you as well. So, Eddie, as you're saying the same thing I'm saying. It's not a choice, it's depth. We also need a good bench. And that's why I'm asking. Players on the bench, guys are already complaining about players on the bench. They're complaining about Kobbie Mainoo and Shialesi being on the bench. Now, when you sign a player like Semenyo or you sign two midfielders, that bench will need to have the good players also on the bench. So they'll move down the pecking order. Most of our starters should be second or third picks we need to sign. Yes. Now, Eddie, you've said most of our starters should be second and third. So it means the guys on the bench should be fourth now when you sign a first starter, a number one starter. So when you sign Semenyo, it seems it will mean Shialesi now will no longer be on the bench unless there is an injury. So depth is good. I'm not saying depth is not good. I'm saying depth is good. But when you have depth, the conversation about players like Shialesi, like Mantato, you need to be ready to say, unless you guys have cup games or United are playing a lot of cup games, I don't see you guys getting game time. And that's why you find Sir Alex Ferguson, what he used to do, he just used to send out players on loan. When they come, they replace some of the aging players or players that have been sold. Other than the class of 92, how many academy players have actually replaced first team players? How many? Very few. Very, very few. Very, very few. Yeah, Ahmad improved on loan, exactly. And I've told you, very few players from United's academy have gone to the first team and actually performed well and sustained that performance. Rashford is one of them. Mason Greenwood is another one. Look at Garnacho. He came, he played well, then fell off. And it happens to a lot of academy graduates. And I've said, right now is not the best time to bring academy graduates to this team. It's not the best. You will kill their hopes and dreams. Unless we have another Rashford, unless we have another Greenwood, Of course, what Shialesi did, he's a young boy, he'll make such mistakes, getting 2 yellows, getting sent off. Hopefully he comes back, but now the formation has changed, unless now you start playing around with him playing on the left, because right now, United are looking for a left winger. So yeah, so the Glazers and INEOS, I like this comment from Sami. He says, I think as you say, the Glazers are not interested in football. Look at Man City. They mention a player, they buy. Yeah, Man City have had an injury at defense. What have they done? They've gone for Mark Guehi. They've gone for Mark Guehi. They have poor performances on the left. Doku, yes, is doing quite well, but they need more output in terms of goals. What do? They go for Semenyo. They buy James Trafford. Donnarumma becomes available on the market because he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. What do? Go buy him. You know why? They have better footballing structures. They've managed their finances better. They don't have any debt. Guys will say 115 charges, all those things, but at the end of the day, City are running themselves well. City are running themselves well. Look at Arsenal. Guys keep saying 1 billion, but right now, who's arguing about the 1 billion spent? We've seen Arteta buy players, they don't succeed. He sells, buys another one, they don't succeed, sells. Until now, he has the right mix of players. But at United, what has been going on is the Glazers have been buying players based on shirt sales, based on popularity. They went for Cristiano, not because of nostalgia, not because he's a club legend, but because they knew when Cristiano comes to the club, he will make United sell tickets. They will get more revenue, TV revenue. They'll get more merchandise revenue, shirt sales, and all that. It was not because of footballing reasons. The squad Ole had needed a few players to be able to challenge for the Premier League. Ole finished second and third. Instead of now going to the next level by asking Ole, okay, which deficiencies do you have in the team? What do? They give him Cristiano. At the same time, Cavani is there. Instead of actually going for a young striker who will learn off from Cavani and grow. When Mason Greenwood was let go, they didn't replace him. They didn't replace Mason Greenwood. Ahmad was there, but he was a young boy. He went out on loan. You see? So these guys are only interested in money. They're only interested in money. A sensible club, when they see a manager finishing second or third, when they saw Ole finish second and third, they could have asked him, what actually do you need? Who do you need us to sell? Do you need us to send out on loan? Which player do you need so that you can be able to now get to first place? Instead, what do? Instead of buying a good midfielder, Casemiro is there. He will sell shirts. He's won Champions Leagues. Instead of going for Declan Rice, they go for someone who we don't really need. Instead of buying Jude Bellingham, they give Real Madrid the money to buy Jude Bellingham. Haaland was available. He was willing to come to United. What do? Cavani, Cristiano. And all of us here have been blindfolded. We always think about the manager. The manager is the problem. The manager is the problem. But we can't actually see that the club is broken. The club is broken. So the Glazers and INEOS have now done even worse than the Glazers. To me, if INEOS want to show that they actually mean well for this club, Berada, Wilcox, sack them. Sack them. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Don't allow those guys to continue running the club. And then get the ex-players. Those guys who are making noise in podcasts, let them come run the club. Not because of malice. Because they've been at that club, they understand what it takes to win titles at United. They understand the culture. When we say about Manchester United DNA, give the ex-players sporting roles in that club. They understand the DNA, quote unquote DNA. They understand what it takes to win the title. They understand which players are required to win the title. And clubs that have had ex-players run footballing operations, the sporting department, key positions, they've had success. Bayern is one of them. Bayern is being run by ex-players. Ajax is one of them. To some extent, Barcelona. We can't have mercenaries from City coming to run the club. Berada has worked at City. Wilcox has worked at City. Wilcox was the technical director at Southampton. They were relegated. And he's the one now telling a manager who has won multiple titles at Sporting to change formation. Which brings me to the next bit of the discussion. Manager search. There's a lot of confusion on what United need. I saw this tweet and I got shocked. Let me share these posts. And I was really shocked that Manchester United have reservations about Luis Enrique due to his lack of Premier League experience. I was like, what? What? You're not going for Luis Enrique because he has no experience, PL experience. This guy has won the treble twice. He's won 2 Champions Leagues. He's managed Barcelona and PSG, among 2 of the biggest clubs in the world. He understands what it takes to be a manager at a top club. He understands what it takes to win titles. He understands what it takes to handle egos, player egos. And then they want a PL proven player. So I went online and searched for coaches that have won the PL without prior managerial experience. Mourinho was one of them. Wenger, although he had a bit of experience with Arsenal. Ranieri, Ancelotti, Pep, Klopp, Slot. All those managers have won the Premier League without Premier League experience. So when actually we are saying we want a manager with Premier League experience, then it narrows down to names that we don't want to see near the club. The likes of Pochettino. Those are the names now we are saying they have Premier League experience. Then I asked a question online. Mourinho and Moyes have Premier League experience. They didn't win the title with United. So they are looking for a PL experienced manager. We've had 2 of them in Moyes and Mourinho, and they couldn't win the title. Out of the 2 that have PL experience, Mourinho was the one that actually won a trophy, some trophies, 3 of them. And he was able to challenge for the title. He got to 2nd place. So now then the INEOS group are saying that United go for a PL experienced managers and have reservations for Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is one of the top coaches. In fact, I'm sure right now there are big clubs having a chat with him. Real Madrid don't have a manager right now. I'm not sure whether Luis Enrique will go there because of his Barcelona links, his previous job. We don't know. We don't know. So the other name that probably we can say has PL experience is Ancelotti. Which other name? Now we started going for Glasner. So when I saw that briefing, to me it sounded like they want to go for Glasner. Or they want to go for Areola. Such kind of names. That's what came up in my understanding. It's like we are being tuned psychologically to accept any manager we get. That's what I'm seeing. Because Luis Enrique, the likes of Luis Enrique, the likes of Di Zerbi, they would come to the club and accept this nonsense, accept this hula baloo, this chaos that is in the club. They won't be a yes person. They won't be a puppet. So when they actually say a PL proven, I'm like, they are going for those managers from clubs like Palace, Bournemouth, or even Brighton. The Brighton, Husla is a very good coach. So that's my feeling. It's like they are really going for managers who won't say no, who will be like, "Ooh, wow, I'm at Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, the biggest clubs in England. I need to keep my job, so anything they say goes because I want to protect my job." But if United actually want to be serious in winning the title, they need to look at coaches like Luis Enrique. But we know Luis Enrique will come to the club and will ask for 12 players, 13 players, which United don't have money to go for. So United is chaotic. Everything is chaotic at the moment. United is chaotic at the moment. What a time to be a United fan, to be honest. What a time to be a United fan. Casey React says, see what Bata and Scholes said about Martinez today, making jest of him. Yeah, I was to discuss about that. Actually, let me just move to that. Legends don't. Let me see whether I can share this video on screen. Of how these guys were speaking. Let's see. Let's see whether it's this one. They spoke something about Martinez. I was like, this is not good. This is not good at all.
Kind of lift. I can see United beating City.
I could see him beating City with Amarin. I don't think they're anywhere near what they
I
have
think
been.
it's
They're
playing.
amazing standards to get to. Don't
Can't
get me
hear it
wrong.
on my
Just-
end.
I think about them, I still don't think they're quite right.
If they get the injuries back, with as in
Let me
like
just post this one. How come I can't hear it? Let's see whether I can sort this out. You. Oh, why is audio not playing on my end? Yeah. Okay, let's see now. I can't hear the video. Let me see how I can hear this. Oh, there you go.
New manager kind of lift. I can see United beating City.
I could see him beating City with Amarin. I don't think they're anywhere near what they have been. They're amazing standards to get to. Don't get me wrong. They're just something about them. I still don't think they're quite right.
If they get the injuries back, with as in like Maguire, Delite, and them kind of players, we've got a chance. But I just feel with the younger players at the back, they've done brilliant. By the way, Heaven's been unbelievable. To be fair, for his
and
age.
they are only young
kids.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like to see him against Haaland.
Martinez against
Haaland.
You need Delite and Maguire back for that.
Pick Martinez up and run with him. It'd be like see a dad after school.
He'd score, then throw him in the net,
running down the road like with a little. That's what it'd be like.
I take it back, everyone. He's got a point.
Yeah, listen to that. That's what the legend said. Let me just let my dog out. Yeah, that's what Nicky Bat said. Hey, come on. I'm live. Settle down. That's what Nicky Bat said. Taunting Martinez, saying that Haaland will pick him up and run with him. And he's forgetting that actually Lisandro Martinez has defended quite well versus Haaland. In the last 6 games, Martinez had a good 5 games against Haaland. So these are ex-players speaking about a current player. A current player playing for the club they played for. One thing that I don't understand is this. Why people who are in a position of influence don't understand that their words carry more weight than any other person who's not in a position of influence. If Scholes, if Nicky Butt, if Jamie Carragher, if Wayne Rooney, if Rio Ferdinand, whoever it is, they're in a position of influence. their words carry more weight. And that's why clips like those are taken, posted. Their quotes are taken, put in articles, because they're in a position of influence and they carry more weight. If I say that, I will just be assumed, or people will think that I'm a madman. I don't know what I'm saying. But when Nicky Butt says that, it will carry more weight. And then when they are held into account, when they are asked about such kind of quotes, such kind of words, they say that I'm just a normal person. Why should they listen to me? Like what Neville said, like why am I being asked questions by Amorim? Why is Amorim saying that about me? I'm not the one who influenced you to get sacked. But you're in a position of influence. You're a person of influence. You're a Sky Sports pundit. You speak in podcasts. You get involved in media discussions about the club. This podcast is majorly majorly hosted by United ex-players. So when they speak something like that about Martinez, those words carry weight. We didn't have a layman, a commoner, a fan going to that podcast and saying Martinez will struggle versus Haaland. It's an ex-player saying that. A person of influence, a person who's played for United, a club legend. And then when they're held into account, they're like, I'm just a normal person giving my thoughts, giving my opinions. They shouldn't affect anything. And there lies the problem. Most influential people, most ex-players don't understand they are in influential positions, and they need to be careful what they say about current players, current managers, and how the club is. Right now, they should be supporting the club. They should be supporting the players. They should be giving them a word of encouragement and saying, guys, you can get out of this. But to me, it's like they want the club to continue struggling so that they have something nasty to say. They have content. Because now I'm wondering, when United actually start winning, what are these guys going to say? What are these guys going to talk about? So it's not a good situation. It's not a good comment. And ex-players need to understand they're in a position of influence. As we come to the end, it's about the transfer news. So I mentioned at the start of the stream that we don't know what United plans is. There have been reports that United will sign players on loan. They will sign players on loan. Why is this not showing up? Yeah. So one of the players they are looking at is a midfielder and a left wing. So this report came from Ben Jacobs. He was at the Football Terrace podcast on YouTube, and he said Manchester United have held talks with a secret midfielder in the last 24 hours. It will be for a loan until the end of the season. He has Premier League experience and is currently playing outside England. So when that report came out, or when he said that, a lot of guys thought that it's Ruben Neves, but he later said it's not Ruben Neves. So we are yet to see who actually it is, or to know who it is, unless there's something on X that says that. Let me try to see whether there's something on X regarding the same. So United are now delving into the loan market, something they should have done to support Amorim. Probably now when, not Carrick, Fletcher changed the formation to a back four, they actually saw that this team is needing players. This team is needing players. And something I forgot to mention in the manager search segment is Oliver Glasner has confirmed that he will leave Crystal Palace at the end of the season. And that's why I said, when I saw that PL proven manager, PL experienced manager, it's like they are preparing us psychologically to get such kind of managers. So a big club like United is not going for Luis Enrique or the names like Nagelsmann or Ancelotti, they are going for names like Glasner because they have PL experience. So now you look at United, how they're handling the transfer market. I started by saying, or when we were discussing the Glazer x INEOS meeting, the club does not have money. The club is broke. From the looks of things, United are not signing anyone permanently in January. They are saying they are waiting for summer. Now, summer, it's a bit tricky because the World Cup is there. So some of the targets might play or will play in the World Cup, meaning that their prices will go up. So if they had a budget of 100 million signing a player, let's say Wharton, Baleba, or Anderson, when they go to the World Cup and have a good performance, they'll have to spend more. The clubs will actually increase the price because interest will also be high. We know that the next phase of transfer will be clubs looking for midfielders. City will be looking for a midfielder. Liverpool will be looking for a midfielder. Chelsea as well. They'll be looking for a midfielder, as well as other European clubs like Barcelona, like Bayern. So United will be competing against such clubs for players. And right now we've seen players are rejecting United. Semenyo, Guehi have rejected United because they look at the project, they look at the football, they look at how the team is being managed by INEOS. They're saying, I won't come there. I won't have a chance to win a trophy. They look at Bruno and the talks or the rumors about him leaving because he doesn't like what is happening with the club. The direction is not there. Then how are you going to convince them to come to the club? United right now can no longer afford to pay high wages on players. Initially, they used to convince players to come to United on huge contracts as the incentive. Right now, United are not in that position. And we might find a player who say, yeah, we are going to give you triple the amount you have. But still they will say, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona want me. Why should I come to United? Probably PSG is offering me more money. All those clubs are offering me more money. And I'm guaranteed to get a trophy. So why should I come to United? So it's a very chaotic situation. Chaos qua ground. Chaos qua ground. It's a very chaotic moment at United. There is no direction. There is no footballing project. A project starts midway through. It's not even midway through. At the start of the project, it's broken down. We start again. It's very, very chaotic. So United want a left winger on loan. They want a midfielder on loan. Something that they had said in December, that they're not going to go for loan deals. They don't want to go for short-term fixes. All of a sudden, that has changed. Because now the formation has changed. It's a back four. We need a winger. We don't. They let go of Rashford. They let go of Garnacho. They didn't sign anyone to replace them. Okay, Cunha, fine. We can say he came to replace Rashford, but is Cunha really a left winger? He's more of a 10. So it's a very, very chaotic situation at United. And I don't know where to look ahead. So yeah, that has been chaos qua ground. A lot has happened. That's just a few things we've mentioned about United that has happened this week. So in case you have any comment, question, query, let me read through the comments. Yeah, Ahmad improve on loan from Eddie. Yeah, so not so much in the comment section. Thanks. That has been chaos qua ground. It's a really, really chaotic time at United. But at the end of the day, we will support the club because we love the club and it is our club. It is our club. So watch out for the United versus City preview on YouTube. I'm going to post it. And also tomorrow we are going to have a watch along for the game. The game will be at, I believe, 3:30 Kenyan time. Let me confirm. At times I keep forgetting the actual time. Yeah, so it's just chit chat for like the next 3 minutes. Do you have any question, comment, query, any update you like to get? Feel free to ask. 5 votes, and everyone says yes. Yes, United are in crisis. Yes, United are in crisis. Wow. Wow. So actual fans are known, you know. This is where the actual fans are known. You get to know whether they were plastic fans or they just started supporting it because they are winning. And we've seen that currently United have been having a lot of plastic fans. Yeah, so the game is at 3:30 tomorrow. So we'll start the watch along at around 3. It's a big game, baptism by fire, and I'm sure a lot of United fans like myself are not really hopeful of a result from that game. But let's see what happens. Sometimes United do turn up versus City against City. Yeah, so thanks for being live with me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting, liking the stream. If you haven't done it yet, please like the stream. Guys on TikTok, make sure you click the link in the profile description. Head over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button as well as the like button. Until tomorrow, guys, for the watch along. See you and God bless. Bye-bye.